All right, boys. So I've started playing around with Zhongli. He's actually better than I thought he was going to be. If you're looking for a hyper carry like a D-Luke or a Kaching or something like that, maybe not. If you want to build him DPS, you can. But as a support, holy cow, Zhongli has some amazing, amazing value. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to show some stuff. But here are my tips on making Zhongli OP. Tip number 1 is energy recharge on him is nuts. You can essentially spam him just like you would with a Venti. Venti with the Favonia's Warbow, you can press Q, use an ability here and there, and you can pretty much have it up. Well, Zhongli is the same way. The amount of energy that he generates from his abilities is insane because if you look at his talent here, the Dominus Lepidus, when you put this down on the ground, it repeatedly pulses and sends out energy particles. Every time it damages, you're getting more charge, and honestly, even if you just left him out on the field by himself, he would get some great energy recharge, but paired with other people, while he's producing his shields and doing damage, he just naturally gets a lot of energy. Now, just a heads up, my damage numbers are not going to be good. I've got level 1 talents, my artifacts aren't optimized and maximized for him, my weapon isn't even fully upgraded. But even with just a Favonia's Warbow, he brings a ton of value to the team. I want to show the utility of Zhongli, and I think that that's where most of his value is coming from as a support. That even if you're not investing in all these crazy artifacts, if you just get a little bit of HP, if you just get a little bit of energy recharge, Zhongli is pretty nutty at supporting the team and keeping you alive, as well as locking down high-threat enemies. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk in, and I'm going to use my Q ability on Zhongli. I'm then going to place down my E ability and show off how insane this thing is. So, we're going to go to Zhong, we're going to lock everything down, and we're going to place down his E. Now, what's going to happen is this is going to pulse over and over again, and on top of that, I'm going to be able to pick up all these little shields. It is going to constantly proc over and over and over and give me energy back over and over and over again. Now, on top of this, I would be able to, if I wanted to, pop my E ability and get even more energy recharge, but I figure I would just kind of show you how long this lasts and how much energy. You have to remember that this is also giving my other characters energy throughout, so it's super good. Now let's do this again. We're going to pop that down, we're going to hit that E, but now we're going to hold down our E ability, and we're going to get a nice big juicy shield, create even more reactions, and you can see my energy really kicking off. And so when you pair this with other characters, and you start using all of their abilities, what ends up happening is you get a lot of cooldown. And you can essentially spam everything. I can place this down, I can use that again, going back into Venti, he's going to have his ability in 2 seconds, and the rotation starts over again. And this is without any other abilities in there, no basic attacks. If I start throwing some basic attacks and getting that energy, you can see Mona pretty much into her next one. It's wild. It's actually wild. I'm a very big fan of this overall. And it makes it so it's very hard for enemies to attack you. It's like impossible for them to attack you. And you have a shield the majority of the time. And I just think that the support value there is insanity. Now, one of the reasons why Zhongli is so nuts is because every character in the game gets a lot of HP. When you level them up, they get thousands upon thousands upon thousands of HP. And if you get their flower upgraded, you get another 3,000 to 4,000 HP. And what ends up happening is, even if you're not trying, if you level up your character, you're going to have 20,000 HP. Well, at a base level, I'm getting 1,200 on this shield. And then I'm going to get 12.8% of my max HP as an additional shield. But if I level this up, we're going to get even more from your base HP, to the point where your shields are going to be so big and so tanky that it is hard to take damage. And you can apply these shields so frequently that he is one of the safest DPS dealers, safest supports, safest characters. And when you swap to another character who might be weaker to use an ability, or maybe to your main DPS, that shield is always there and always applying. It doesn't stay on Zhongli, so you've just added a ton of safety to your team to the point where you almost don't need a healer, which is crazy. You probably want a little bit of healing, obviously, but it's getting to the point where you can replace it with shields. Now, here's the other thing. I just talked about how much HP there is. Well, This bad boy, it doesn't scale off HP, but this one does. When you get to level 60 to 70, like once you do that ascension where you can level up to 70, you get 33% of your max HP as damage on this ability. And that's before you do any extra scaling with geo damage or any other bonuses, right? There's going to be the base damage on it, right? You're going to have the base damage, but then you're adding 33% of your HP. So what's my HP right now? 16,000, right? That's just an extra 5,000 damage tacked on. Boom, easy, just like that. Now, Zhongli's pillar ability will also chain to other structures. I know that Ning Wang is extremely powerful, but what if you use her Curtain and Zhongli? Well, you've got extra pulsing. What if you use the main character as Geo? You got extra pulsing. Let's take a little peek. All right, so put this down, and these are all pulsing, right? We can put that down. Put that down, and they're all pulsing, and you get a big AoE of crystallization all the way across the map. This is incredible. It's incredible. Now, what if I go like this? That's right. Even that structure will pulse as well if it's in range. So this is pretty damn cool overall. If you are looking to create a bunch of shields or just do some extra damage, it's pretty sweet. Now, if you're like me and you want to go full support and you don't plan on basic attack, I've got a couple of recommendations for you. So number one is level up these two talents always, obviously, but focus on the Planet Befall. This is going to extend the duration of Petrification, which is already a fantastic CC ability, but every single time you're going to level it, you're going to get more duration on it, which is super, super cool. Now, if you're looking for some weapons, the Favonius Lance is really good because it gives you energy recharge, but there's other awesome lances out there. If you're going for a budget, you could also try something like the Black Tassel because this gives you HP percentage. Now, there's a 5-star weapon that does the same, and it's going to give you much more, but the Black Tassel is pretty simple to get some extra HP if you're trying to get some big cracked shields. Obviously, the more damage you get, the more damage he's gonna deal. I don't have any great recommendations here if you're trying to support other than, well, go for shields or go for energy recharge. Now, if you are trying to do damage, there's a couple options there. Now, obviously, any 5-star spear is going to be good if you're looking to do some damage. There's also the prototype Grudge because it gives you some attack built in here, but it's got that energy recharge once again if you want to spam some abilities. But if you're looking to basic attack, if you're looking to be a main DPS, the Crescent Pike is the obvious pick. And because you have Zhongli, it's going to be cheaper to make, which is awesome, but this thing is absolutely fantastic. You're going to get some nice physical damage, and these extra attacks that it gives are OP. Now, I could give you like 5 different recommendations for different builds, right? The Noblesse set is really cool. If you want to use the 2-piece set, it's awesome. If you want to use the 4-piece set, it might even be better if you're trying to go support Zhongli. There's multiple ways you can build this, so I'm not going to bait you one way or another to blow 50 resin, but the Noblesse set, if you've got some good ones, could be really good, but there's a couple others I want to show you as well. Exile Set is a pretty easy, pretty staple set if you're trying to spam abilities, and if you want to be locking down those enemies with that Petrify over and over and over again, the Exile Set is very good, and it allows your teammates to also be doing those Q abilities. Now, one of the beauties of Zhongli is the Geo sets can kind of get mixed and matched. And so if you can't get one set or you can only get the other set or whatever it is, you're going to have some great bonuses regardless. But this Archaic Petra gives you 15% geo damage, and then when you're getting those elemental shards and picking them up, you can actually buff other teammates and give them bonus damage. So as a support, this is amazing. You're going to do some damage, and then you're going to support your other characters so they can do more damage. But then the other set is incredible as well in its own way. If you're trying to go main DPS, you can get a 35% stronger shield, which is going to be insane considering it is scaling off his HP. But then while protected by that super beefy shield, you're going to get a 40% boost to your normal and charged attack damage? What? You could literally leave Zhongli on the field constantly doing DPS, and I don't think he'd ever have to leave. I don't think he'd ever have to heal. You could just leave him out there shielded and nutty the entire time. And I think that if you are going for a DPS set, this is the one. Other than that, there's not much more to say. I think Zhongli's amazing because there are so many ways to build him, and if you want him to be that DPS or you want him to be that support, he can. And I've really fallen for this character. Not only is he a husbando, but his kit is pretty damn cool. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And if you have some crazy Zhongli tips, leave them in the comments below. Maybe you can help someone else. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Make sure to subscribe for more, and I'll see you soon. Oh, wait, what's this? M-Tash has his own energy drink, M-Tash Mango Splash, and it's delicious, and there's a link down below, and there's only a couple hundred tubs left in stock. Even though we had 4,000 of them, they sell out so fast because it's delicious. Advance.gg/MTash. Use code MTash for 10% off at checkout.